everyone, it's Mrs. P. I am finally here to do my debt update. I have put this video off mainly because of time. I had a busy weekend. My dad had a minor surgery, but anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get this done because I was curious about the numbers, because even though, you know, I kind of remember paying, you know, certain things and how much money I was putting towards debt, it's hard to keep track of exactly how much you did over the month. So first I wanted to recap last month. Last month, let me just zoom you in. Last month our total debt changed from $53,000 to $50,810, and I was kind of disappointed it didn't go under the $50,000 mark, but I know without a doubt, just making minimum payments alone, that this will go under $50,000. We paid a total of $2,235 toward debt. That my dogs are playing. That covers, you know, the loss of interest. We lost $144 to interest rates. Most of our debts are interest free, but we do have like both of our vehicles, and we had two cards, credit cards that had interest on them. So that is March. So let's go ahead and get started with April. All right, I'm going to try to kind of do it like one line at a time. I know a lot of people do this, and it just kind of helps keep track, like, you know, so you don't get so overwhelmed, I guess, with all the numbers. All right, so first debt we have is the Xbox. This is the loan that my husband, it's like a payment plan, I guess, through, I think it's called Citizens Pay. It's 0% interest. Anyway, we're just going to pay this as is, and when it's done, since there's no interest. So the regular payment was $38.41. The new balance is under $200, thank goodness, so it's $191.84. And that was a difference of $38.41 because that is interest free. All right, the next two debts have already been paid off. I keep them here just, I don't know, I like to see those zero balances, so I'm just going to keep them there. All right, so our Snowball card that we worked really hard on in March, I was not able to pay it off. We were able to pay it off at the beginning of April, and that was exciting. So we have no balance, and I was worried we might have to pay a little bit of interest, but we did not. So far so good. It's remained at a 0% or a zero balance. All right, so then is the Barclay card. Once we paid off the credit union card, this one became our Snowball card. The credit union card had like a 12% interest rate. The Barclay had like an 8.99. I was able to make $539.63 towards this card. So it left us with, we have a new balance going into May of $552.71. So I'm hoping if we can pay as much as we did in April, that we will have this card paid off before summer. And that was the goal, is to try to get these two cards paid off so that I don't have these debts going into summer break. I do not get paid over summer, so that's the main reason. All right, so $531.51 is the difference, because of course some of that did go to interest. All right, Citibank, this is a 0% interest card. It is a transfer card. We paid the minimum payment, which was $20. So the new balance just went down $20, and this is $20. Then we have the Uplift. This was the loan that we got to pay for our cruise that we took in April. It is a 0% interest loan, so the balance goes down pretty quickly. We're at $1,254.10, and that was a difference of $156.75 because it is 0% interest. All right, next was Ortho. That is a payment plan that we have for my daughter's braces. The payments are $88 a month. It is 0% interest. So our new balance is $1,082.30. So this one will be under $1,000. in April, or in June. So after we make our next payment, it will come down underneath $1,000. All right, so the John Deere, this is the 0%. I say 0%. There is like a fee for each month. It's not interest, but it's some kind of a fee that they add on. And to be honest with you, I'm guessing at it. I'm guessing high because I don't know. I don't have access to this account to check the balance, and I just haven't asked my husband to see what the balance is. But I do know that we made the regular payment, $403.15. The new balance, and this is my guess, so I could be off. Let's see here, $32.47.53, and that is a difference of $396.15. I'm just adding like $7, I think it is. 6, 2, 3. Yeah, like $7 to this, just to make sure. I'd rather be like taking too much off than too little. All right, Wells Fargo. This is another 0% interest card. It was a transfer card. We have multiple cards that we added to this one. The minimum payment is $75, and that is what we paid. So this one's now at $660 or $6,620.50 with a difference of $75. This card has to be paid off by July of 2025. This card, the Citibank, has to be paid off, I think, August of 2025. So once we get the Barclay card completely paid off, we are really going to focus on those two cards. All right, car. My minimum payment is $499. It comes right out of my check. I never even see the money. So the new balance is $14,299.67. And that's a difference of $439.20. And you can see most of the payment is going to our principal now, which is nice. It's got a low interest rate, which I'm very grateful for, because I was just curious as to like what interest rates for vehicles now are. And I was like just kind of playing around with some numbers, and like to have like even a 7 or 8% interest on a car, you have to have like a credit score over 800, which most people do not have. All right, so truck. This is my husband's truck. He shares it with his father. He actually bought it from his father, so his father could have some money in the bank. We paid the regular payment, and the new balance is $19,575.32. And that's a difference of $405.31. And more goes to the interest than principal, or not more to the interest than principal, but compared to my car, because my car, we had probably 2 years longer than the truck. All right, so that is all of our debts. I do not include my student loan in this, and I've explained I am making my student loan payments, but I owe a lot. And it is just such a big number. I want to focus on consumer debt first. Once we tackle this, then I will start adding in the student loan debt, and then eventually our mortgage, because those are the two things that we still have, balances on. So all of our payments added up to be $2,453.17. So, which is not necessarily our minimum payments, because we did pay extra on the Barclay and the credit union. The new balance is under $50,000. It's $48,497.34. And so all in all, without counting interest, we paid $2,313.56 towards our debt, which is really good. It's actually more than we paid in March. We paid $22.35, and now we're up to $23.13, which is awesome. Now I just want to do one more quick thing and figure out how much we paid toward interest, because that is always interesting to me. how much money we actually lose. All right, so if I take this 24.53.17 and subtract 23.13.56, we lost and gave away $139.61 this month, which is not a lot compared to what some people, and actually what our interest rates were this time last year, because this time last year, the cards that we had that are on the Wells Fargo and the Citibank, they had interest rates around 30%. So that's why we did the transfer, and it took us a while to build up our credit to even get an offer like that. So it's kind of like it's hard. Like when you have debt and it's, you know, you've got your credit utilization too high, your credit score is impacted. So you're forced to pay it down to get your credit score to go up, but it's hard to pay it down because the interest, there's so much that goes to interest. So guys, if I could just tell everybody to avoid credit cards, that's what I would do, because it's just a hole that you just cannot get out of easily. All right, so this is my debt update. I hope you enjoyed the video. I do not have a candle today because it has completely burned out, and I have not had time to transfer Nick into a new one, but I will do that very soon. So guys, I am going to sign off on here, and I will wish you all the best for the upcoming week. Second week of May, can't believe it. Time just flies. All right, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.